Spirit has an urgent message about what happened last night with your person. While they were out drinking with friends, something extraordinary occurred. A moment of raw truth emerged that changes everything between you. That strange feeling you had around midnight wasn't your imagination. Your spiritual connection picked up on the exact moment when they stood up, glass in hand, and made a shocking confession to everyone present. The alcohol stripped away their usual defenses, releasing words they've been holding back for months or even years. Spirit wants you to know what your person revealed when their guard was completely down. This wasn't just drunken rambling. It was their soul finally speaking the truth that their sober self has been too afraid to express. The universe chose this moment to bring their hidden feelings to light, and now it's essential that you understand what was really said. Divine timing has aligned perfectly to bring this revelation to your awareness today, because what happens next could change both of your paths forever. Spirit reveals that your person's confession last night exposed their deepest feelings about you, feelings they've been desperately trying to hide from everyone, including themselves. They stood up in front of their entire friend group and declared their true emotions about you, shocking everyone present. This wasn't just a casual drunk comment. It was a complete breaking down of the walls they've built around their heart. What they confessed changes everything you thought you knew about their intentions toward you. For months they've been pretending to feel differently, putting on a mask of indifference or casual interest when in reality, they've been harboring intense emotions they didn't know how to handle. Their friends' reactions ranged from stunned silence to knowing looks. Some had suspected these hidden feelings but never expected such a public revelation. The powerful truth that emerged last night explains all the mixed signals, the confusing behavior, and the inexplicable tension between you. Spirit needs you to understand that this drunken moment wasn't an accident. It was the universe finally breaking through their resistance to bring the truth into the open. What they said reveals not just their feelings, but the deep inner conflict they've been battling. Now Spirit wants you to see the signs that have been there all along. Remember those moments when your person's eyes lingered on you a bit too long, then they quickly looked away? The times they seemed unusually nervous in your presence for no apparent reason? These weren't coincidences. They were glimpses of the truth they were trying to suppress. Consider how they act around you versus how they behave with others. With everyone else, they're confident and composed. But with you, there's always an underlying tension, an energy they struggle to control. Their voice changes slightly when they speak to you. Their body language becomes more guarded, yet somehow more intense. The mixed signals you've been receiving suddenly make perfect sense. They push you away, then draw you close. They ignore your messages, then engage in deep conversations. They claim they're not interested, then show up whenever you need them. This contradiction stems from their internal battle between what they feel and what they think they should feel. Their friends have noticed too. Some have probably made subtle comments or given you meaningful looks when your person acts strangely around you. Even their social media behavior, the quick likes on your posts, the indirect references that seem meant for you, all point to someone fighting against powerful feelings they can't quite manage. Last night's confession simply brought to surface what has been simmering beneath their carefully constructed facade. Spirit reveals the exact moment of truth from last night. Your person, several drinks in, suddenly stood up and declared, "Listen, everyone, I'm completely in love with them, and I can't keep pretending anymore." The room fell silent as they continued, words tumbling out unfiltered. "I think about them constantly. I dream about them. I've tried dating others, but nobody compares. I'm terrified they'll reject me, that I'm not good enough, that I'll ruin everything if I tell them. They confess to being obsessed with your happiness, checking your social media multiple times a day, feeling jealous when others get your attention. They admitted to creating reasons to see you, memorizing details about your life, and replaying every conversation in their head. Their friends watched in amazement as months or years of pent-up emotions poured out. The alcohol revealed that their apparent indifference has been a protective mechanism. They carry a deep wound from past rejection or betrayal that makes vulnerability feel dangerous. They've convinced themselves that keeping you at arm's length protects both of you from potential pain. But underneath this fear lies an intense, genuine love that refuses to be silenced. Spirit shows that this breakthrough happened because their soul could no longer bear the weight of deception. Every interaction with you chips away at their defenses, until last night, when alcohol provided the final push needed for truth to emerge. Their confession wasn't just about romantic feelings, it was about finally being authentic after living behind a mask of pretense. Spirit has orchestrated this revelation for a divine purpose. The timing of you learning about this confession isn't random. It's perfectly aligned with both of your spiritual journeys. Your person has been stuck in a cycle of fear and self-protection, unable to move forward in love or life. This drunken confession represents a spiritual breakthrough, a cracking open of their emotional armor. You play a crucial role in their healing journey. Whether you reciprocate their feelings or not, your response to this truth will impact their ability to be vulnerable in the future. Spirit asks you to approach this situation with compassion and wisdom, understanding that their confession comes from a place of deep authenticity that they've been afraid to access. The karmic connection between you transcends simple attraction. You've been brought together to help each other grow, to challenge old patterns, and to learn about authentic love. Their struggle with expressing feelings mirrors something within your own journey, perhaps your own fears about vulnerability or worthiness. Spirit advises protecting your energy during this delicate time. Don't rush to respond or make decisions. Allow the divine timing to unfold naturally. Watch for signs in the coming days, synchronicities, dreams, or unexpected encounters that will guide your next steps. This situation offers profound spiritual growth for both of you, teaching lessons about courage, authenticity, and the transformative power of truth. Today, your person is experiencing a complex mix of emotions. They're battling intense embarrassment about their public confession while simultaneously feeling relief that the truth is finally out. Spirit shows they're replaying the night's events with a combination of mortification and liberation, wondering what their friends think, and, more importantly, what you might hear about it. Part of them wants to dismiss everything as drunken nonsense, to retreat back into their protective shell and pretend nothing happened. They might even avoid their friends or create stories to minimize what was said. But another part, their authentic self, feels freed by finally speaking their truth, even if accidentally. They're caught between fear and hope. Fear that you'll reject them or think less of them for their vulnerability. Hope that maybe, just maybe, this confession could lead to something beautiful. Their ego is fighting hard to regain control, to rebuild the walls that alcohol tore down, but their heart knows there's no going back to complete pretense. Spirit reveals they're checking their phone constantly, both dreading and hoping for contact from anyone who might tell you what happened. They're rehearsing explanations and denials while simultaneously imagining scenarios where you respond positively. This internal conflict represents the final stages of their emotional transformation, the old patterns of self-protection battling against the emerging courage to be authentic. Spirit guides you to approach this situation with both wisdom and intuition. Don't immediately confront them about what you've learned. This could trigger their defenses and cause them to deny everything. Instead, observe their behavior in the coming days. They'll likely show signs of their confession through subtle changes in how they interact with you. If they reach out with unusual frequency or seem particularly nervous around you, these are indicators they suspect you might know. Give them space to process their vulnerability while remaining open and approachable. Your energy should communicate safety, not judgment or pressure. Consider your own feelings carefully. This revelation might have stirred something within you, perhaps confirming suspicions you've had or awakening feelings you've suppressed. Take time to understand what you truly want before taking action. Watch for these signs from Spirit about timing. Recurring numbers, especially 1111 or 2222, unexpected encounters with them, or dreams featuring clear messages. These synchronicities will guide you toward the right moment for honest communication. If you decide to acknowledge their confession, do so gently. You might say something like, "I sense there's something you've been wanting to tell me," giving them the opportunity to share voluntarily. Remember, your response to their vulnerability will either deepen their capacity for authentic connection or reinforce their fears about opening up. This situation represents a beautiful example of divine orchestration. The universe often uses unexpected catalysts, like alcohol loosening someone's tongue, to break through spiritual blockages and emotional barriers. Your person's confession wasn't a mistake, but a necessary step in both of your soul journeys. The deeper soul contract between you involves teaching each other about authentic love and vulnerability. They're learning to overcome fear and express truth, while you're learning about compassion and the power of holding space for someone's growth. This dynamic serves your highest paths, pushing both of you toward greater emotional maturity and spiritual awareness. Sometimes relationships require unusual catalysts to progress. What seems like an awkward or embarrassing situation actually contains profound blessings. Their drunken confession cracked open a door that needed to open, allowing light to enter places that have been dark for too long. Spirit wants you to see this as a healing opportunity for both parties. Whether this leads to romantic union or simply deeper understanding, the growth achieved through this experience is invaluable. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, for your highest good and spiritual evolution. Trust the divine process unfolding before you. Spirit has orchestrated this revelation at the perfect time for both your journeys. Your intuition will guide you to respond in alignment with your highest good. Remember, this confession marks a significant turning point, not just in your connection with this person, but in their personal evolution toward authenticity. Honor this moment of truth by remaining open to wherever it may lead, knowing that Spirit guides each step forward.